On this ride, I leave my house and onto South Eagle Valley Road. I proceed to the Tyrone Park and Ride where I meet Bill, Marianne, Mark, and Lee. We then proceed down Birmingham Pike onto Quarry Road and onto Skelp, Pennsylvania, where we take Golf Course Road to Kettle Road with a side trip to Fort Robideau. Then back on Kettle to Sickles Cornerback Road where we turn east and pick up a wonderful tailwind. We ride Sickles Cornerback Road all the way until it merges back onto Kettle Road. Going east on Kettle, we cross Birmingham Pike, leaving Sinking Valley and onto the Union Furnace Road. Union Furnace Road becomes Spruce Creek Road. On Spruce Creek Road, Mark and Lee leave us at the Huntington Furnace Road to return to Tyrone. Marianne, Bill, and I continue on to Marengo Road, where we ride north until Marianne and Bill turn left on Dry Hollow Road, riding back to Tyrone. I continue on Marengo to Half Moon Valley Road and then make a left on Beckwith Road, over the mountain and into Port Matilda, then on to South Eagle Valley Road and home. Here's my initial turn off of our Hollow Road onto South Eagle Valley, headed west into a headwind.
It's 11:07.
Looking at that flag, you can see the wind I'm riding into. We're coming around the curve and into eastern Tyrone. And up ahead, you can see the paper mill that's in Tyrone. It's a big tall tower right there in the center of the screen. And this is the paper mill. We're walking under a walkway, I think, from building to building. And then down along one of the paper mill buildings and a parking lot on our left. Downtown Tyrone. Still see the flag blowing up there. And I'm going to take the lane and turn down West 10th Street. You need to make this turn, you just have to get over in the lane and take it. You have the right to do that as a bicyclist. And now we're headed south out of Tyrone, down towards the Tyrone Park and Ride. I'll make this turn into the park and ride area, and we'll pick up all of our friends to continue on with the ride. Mark, Lee, Bill, and Marianne.
How are you? I mean, it was a really bright orange. Yeah.
We're stopped here on Quarry Road for a stoplight,
Yeah.
headed west.
Don't feel bad yet.
Oops.
We'll ride Quarry Road all the way into Skelp, Pennsylvania, and then make a left. That's Marianne right in front of me. And Bill's out there in the lead.
Scalp.
Here we are in Skelp, Pennsylvania, and we're going to eventually make a left onto Golf Course Road. Here comes our turn. I'm not too sure about this car, but it looks like it's going to wait. I'm giving a hand signal. And here we are on Golf Course Road. That's Mark and Lee getting rid of some newspaper, peeling down some layers, and Bill decides that he's going to be a gazelle. And there he goes. We are flying down Golf Course Road. The golf course building is off to our right, and just around this little bend is a little white Amish schoolhouse. You might have seen this schoolhouse on previous rides we've taken through Sinking Valley. There it is on the left. Not much to it. And now we're all the way up on the Fort Robideau Road, going into Fort Robideau to use the restroom. Fort Robideau walls, at least, are on the right. Again, in the wintertime, no one really is here, but the restrooms are open. And there's the one right ahead of us. It's Sunday, March 26th, and there are two Amish boys probably walking to services. We are now headed east with a tailwind on Sickles Corner Back Road. Here we've merged back on Kettle Road, still headed east.
Back.
The traffic here is very polite, even though we really don't have a shoulder. That car's waiting. Now when it sees a clear area, it'll pass us.
Another one. March Springs. Wow.
That's Lee in the yellow and black jersey, Mark in the red jersey, Marianne in the green, and Bill in the red and black jersey right on the far right of our frame there, and I'm pulling up drag. Again, there's little traffic on these roads. And the countryside is beautiful, especially with this tailwind. No, I love Pennsylvania. And here we are getting ready to cross Birmingham Pike. Big highway, lots of traffic. Mark and Lee will get across ahead of us. The traffic will hold the rest of us up. Okay, let's go. We've now left Sinking Valley and we're on Union Furnace Road, headed east. A car will come up behind us and stay behind us until we get all the way to Spruce Creek.
Car back.
The distance from here to Spruce Creek is about 2.5 miles. I really couldn't believe that the car stayed behind us the entire way. Again, courteous drivers. We're approaching the end of Union Furnace Road, and then it will become Spruce Creek Road or Highway 45, right as we get under these bridges or through these bridges. Spruce Creek Road coming up. That's Spruce Creek on the right, and when Jimmy Carter was president, he loved to come over here and fly fish for trout during the green drake hatch. We are coming up on the Huntington Furnace Road, where Lee and Mark, who've been riding point for most of this ride, are going to leave us and head back to Tyrone and to their cars.
What? I think I'm going to head in.
Bill's in the lead, followed by Marianne, and then I'm still pulling up drag. We've made our move, our turn, and we're going up Marengo Road, and Bill is riding like a man possessed. There's a beautiful, I don't know whether you would call it a small lake or a very large pond coming up. It really is quite pretty, just off to the left. The road just curves around its edge. Spruce Creek actually flows out of that pond. And a creek comes into that pond too from the other side. And here, Marianne and Bill are leaving me up Dry Hollow. And now I'm back on Marengo, headed towards Port Matilda. Headed past the llama ranch on the left. See the llamas out there? And finally, here I am at the Lichens Market in Port Matilda, just 4 miles down South Eagle Valley Road to my house. I hope you enjoyed this ride. It was beautiful.